Hello and welcome to Alchemist Whim. I am Alchemist Jen. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a good one. Today's whim of the day is to talk about what I did today. Yeah. I'm gonna knit while I talk. So I'm still working on silly scarflet. I've not made very much progress at all, but that's okay. It's all good. So today I applied to 3 different shows. So I did 2 of them rather delayedly. I can say words like that, right? Delayedly. So one that was due today and needed to be postmarked, and it's old school sending it. So I did it. I did the magic. I did the printing. I did the whatchajigs to make that work, and so it was very satisfying. And then I'm like, I'm in the throes of it. I'm just gonna finish out the other ones that I need to do. One's due this week, one's due in July, and I still got it done. So I am proud of that. But 3 shows applied for, and then I was reflecting on how many shows I'm doing this year compared to how many I did last year. And so last year I did 5 shows, 2 of which were street fairs, which weren't very productive, but I did, learn a lot, and I drove a lot for those. But anyway, so I'm gonna do 10 shows this year. So I've already done 2. I'll do another one this weekend, so that's super. I'm super excited about that. And then I have, I think, 2 more to apply for. One I'll do later because it's not due till later, and then one hasn't even been posted yet to be able to apply for. So I am doing the thing, and I think it's gonna be an interesting year. Things will continue to grow. I'll make more connections and just kind of see where I can take this beauty. Also just kind of working on just relaxing a little bit as I'm trying to refocus. Eating way too much pasta today. It's just too much information there, but anyway, yes. It's the self-care thing is to, make sure I eat. I find when I relax a little bit, I tend, like when I'm on a day when I'm not working my other job too, I tend to eat more, whereas I eat less if I'm just focused on just doing the thing. So it's just interesting thing I do, just sharing. I've eaten way too much pasta today. Alright, so I am working on the, doing that, getting ready for, not saying a sentence that makes it like a sense. So doing the show things is awesome. So really good progress there. It really felt like I had a weight lifted off, just these things that were just kind of waiting for me to give them attention. So that was nice. And then I'm just trying to think about other things I want to do creatively to keep my engagement there, to work on different platforms and make different connections. So I'm trying to think about maybe I wanting to do like a daily little drawing something that I can film and showcase. I'm thinking TikTok and then just doing like a little affirmation with it. So something positive, something uplifting, and maybe kind of cute is my thought process there. Simple, not too long, want it to be somewhat engaging, but also give reason for people to hang around for a couple seconds. And also maybe something that will help it to have a wider reach, and then that's just a productive and thoughtful way to gain some gain an audience. So trying to figure out how I want to do that. Drawing is an easy way for me to develop a little bit more of a skill, maybe catch somebody's eye or something like that. So that's my thought. I've enjoyed drawing on the cuffs that I did, so I was thinking maybe I could draw on some more fabrics and work on some different patches, or even make them into just things that can be enjoyed. I was thinking even about taking fabric, doing a nice little stitch border like I've been doing for you know, pretty much everything I'm doing with the fabric, you know, little tapestry, little art, small little piece. I know I have the stuff to make paper too. I can even attach it to paper and make it something that could be hung on a wall. You know, there's a lot of little things I can do. I'm just kind of beginning to explore a different avenue, and then maybe just kind of something that I can slowly build, you know, through daily practice, and then have just a bunch of little things that I can share. So it's kind of interesting to see how my interest and my activities kind of shift and become into different things. So I don't know, I'm having fun with it. I'm just kind of rolling with it. There's definitely a lot of potential. So yeah, might as well keep playing. Playing is fun. Playing is healthy. So, and I'm also just contemplating what I want to do for my next knitting pattern. I want to look at doing kind of a boxy, tanky type top that's super size inclusive. So I want to work through actually doing grading and for sizing, and for, you know, getting an actual proper test group, and, you know, just kind of looking at widening my spread as a designer, but then also just an artist in the fiber arts community. So yeah, so those are things that I'm working on, and I think that those are good positive things. I don't think that's, I'm trying to feel like I'm like, but I just started this, or, you know, I've only been doing things for about a year, and then just kind of rerouting my thinking to say, well, yeah, you've been doing this like this for this time, but you've been doing other things longer, and you've got the skills and the knowledge and, you know, the background to be able to have the confidence to run with it. So I'm kind of just reminding myself of these things so that I can you know, make sure I'm not going to stall and, or, you know, have too much self-doubt, so that I don't do anything with it. So so those are my thoughts today. Just kind of, you know, taking a moment to slow down and regroup a bit, even through all the applying for things and whatnot. So, and those take a lot longer than you'd imagine. So, you know, they always take a lot longer than I think they are. And one of them was really short. I was like, wow, that was easy. And the other ones were very long and in depth. Took me many hours to do. Especially the one that I had to go print color photographs for, and go to the post office and go get a money order for, because I don't have checks. You know, it just kind of, it was a interesting, just different world scenario compared to, you can just do it all from your phone. So I don't know, it's just fascinating, just the whole process to what goes into, you know, getting ready for a show. The beginning part starts many months out in most cases, sometimes a month out, and then you're just into the throes of it. So it's awesome. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on in my life today. Shows, and then thinking about what else I want to do for my daily practice. Being able to somewhat incorporate it into this, but then maybe even have it a little separate, have a little setup area where I've got a little light box thing going, so I can easily just jump in and draw. Trying to figure out what that looks like. Maybe it's really just more using my little easel and trying to set it up that way. So then I'm just contemplating how I want to do things and how I want to develop some skills while also potentially reaching more people. So I don't know, those are my thoughts. I figure this is a safe place to share kind of what I'm thinking, as you're going to see different different things that I'm up to, different things that I'm doing. You might check out my other platforms, see what those look like as well too. I don't know. If you're into that, totally cool. If not, totally cool. So I have to count my rows and see where I'm at. I know I'm due for the opening spot, but I knew I had more rows to go, so I have no idea where I am. But anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on about my artistic process, where I want to go next, what I want to do. I still have goals that maybe sometime, maybe end of this year, beginning of next year, being able to actually get a studio space. Intriguing parts about that are having separation between workspace and home space, being able to reclaim home as home compared to it's just the studio, which I really feel like it gets that way a lot because I have creative clutter piles and things everywhere just because I'm in the middle of different projects, or I want to have it accessible, or I just haven't put it away yet. So those are things I feel like might help with that. There's also the advantage of having it so accessible when I am just relaxing to be able to pick up something. So that would take greater planning and thought and other elements too, but I think that the separation might help just my downtime and relaxation, as well as give me better boundaries and guidelines and focus for when I am creating. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. I'd like to get there. I think it would be good, especially as I grow. I can work towards where I want to go and how I want to grow it. In general, that would just be a good sign that I'm stepping in those directions, if that makes sense. If I can get to that point of being able to do a studio. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's exciting, and it's good to have the goals in mind just every step of the way, and then also to adapt them so that they're realistic, but then also just kind of when you start with a goal, it's going to be from a certain perspective, but then over time things develop, you grow, you learn, and then what you think you need might change. So yeah, so looking into that, it's exciting. Plus being able to have more of a community aspect to things would have different connections as well too. So it's all part of that growth and processing. So I don't know, I'm excited, and then we'll see where it goes. Every day is a new day. I feel like there's a lot going on right now, and there is, and I don't know, I really like having a lot going on. My brain likes it, but I also need to remember that I need to relax too and have some rest in there so I don't burn out, because I do have a lot going on. So, and then the more I interact with people, I find the more I tire myself out. So, yay for taking care of myself. And I've probably talked enough for this episode. So, I'm going to leave it at that. That's been the whim of the day, talking about applying for shows and plans for different creative practices just to kind of develop my skills and my audience. So, thanks for being here. I'm very glad you're here, and I really thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Toodaloo.